I think climbing is a great mixture of a physical sport and a mental puzzle. You have to be strong to be able to do some of the movements in climbing, whether it's like your grip strength or your power to be able to like throw big moves. But you also have to know the body positions and the techniques and use your body to sort of solve a puzzle and figure out the way to get to the top of a route. So I was like 14. I was doing taekwondo. That was getting pretty boring. So one day my friend took me to this gym and we climbed for like 3.5 hours. And I never climbed before. So I got done and my fingertips were, all bruised and my tendons were sore. And I remember I had to type an essay the next day and I literally had to type like 2 fingers because I could not bend my fingers to type the essay. And then from that day, I was just sort of hooked on it. Does that make sense? So it's not
I started going to the WKU climbing club just randomly one day. And after a little bit, I'll admit it took me a second, but after a little bit, I ended up falling in love with it and I've been going pretty consistently ever since. So I had climbed a couple times when I was younger. I actually apparently was a huge climber as a kid and would like climb onto the back of my couch and jump off of it as like a toddler and just keep doing that in circles. So I've always kind of had, I guess I've always kind of had a love for it. So I'm hanging from top ropes is what it's called. So typically you don't have both people on just one person on 2 clips. You have one person on each clip. So you have, I'm gonna spin for y'all. You have your braking mechanism here, and pulling that is what allows this rope to run through. And I will either lower the person, or if you have it down and you're pulling it, it'll raise the person and like pull the rope along with it. So you'll be ascending one of these, typically by color is how the routes are set up. And as you're going along, you'll have a belayer that's down there. Whoever it is pulling the rope along, keeping it with you. And then you just kind of climb like that. And then my personal favorite is bouldering, which is you have absolutely no kind of harness. You don't have ropes, anything. It's just a shorter wall that's entirely your own personal strength that you're trying to climb up with.
Indoor climbing, you're having a route setter come in and take a drill and drill these big, colorful plastic holes onto some plywood, and they're making the vision of their route that you're going to climb. Whereas outdoors, nature is the one making those routes. They're the route setter. And there's just certain textures of rock. There's certain types of shapes of the holds, angles of the walls, everything like that you just can't quite accomplish inside. I'd have to say that one of the outdoor spots, the spot that actually first got me outdoor climbing, was really special to me, is Clifty Hollow. It's only about 20 minutes away from the gym here, so it's local, it's close. And it's really special because it's what got me started actually climbing real rocks. It has a special place in my heart, and it's almost like home in a way. So Clifty Hollow was originally showed to me by one of my friends, Evan Karcher. It was developed by some guys a little while ago who just sort of found this little strip on the side of the road and started putting routes up, mostly boulders. And it was kind of under-trafficked. People didn't really climb on it very much. And then my friend Evan started showing me the different spots at Clifty, and that's sort of what originally got me to want to do outdoor climbing. Clifty Hollow is almost like a little mini escape because it's so close that it feels part of my community.